Yeah, sorry to cut you off. My mom was on the phone, so let's go back to what we're doing. So on August 20th, we will be shooting Fight Fest Production Managers Present Street Fighters Fight for Our Nation's podcast will be aired at Manhattan Neighborhood Networks. So I'm gonna start it over because I had to Oh, I could recover that video and add more to it. Okay. So what we was doing. So when you look at mental issues in our nation, our community, right? How do we address the issues, right? So the questions that are asked is, how can we define mental issues? How do we balance mental health from your personal life experience or your work experience? How can you connect with others and struggle with mental health challenges? What advice can you provide for those who are struggling financially or struggle with mental issues? So Street Fighters creator of our community is to help people get through what they are struggling with. Mental health issues, and one of these problems is about money and getting a job that could accommodate them to grow and develop their skills in self-esteem and self-confidence. In addition to this podcast approach, I will discuss how I struggle with mental illness. I'm struggling with mental health illness that was very difficult, the challenge to overcome the hard times finding myself. And finding ways to balance and finding support from family members and friends, how did it affect my decision from coming out about my sexuality as a heterosexual person whose sexual behavior, gender is identified as a male? So here is this. The goals for this podcast will provide seasons 1 through 19 episodes. Season 1 through 19 seasons and season 2 of this podcast. So season 1 is called Pilot. It's a pilot series where when we talk about, it's called What is Mental Health? On the podcast, I will introduce myself and discuss more about the importance of learning about mental health and mental health well-being and how it impacts our career path and our life goals. So in the pilot episode, we're going to be talking about mental health and talking about expressing my mental health as well and how I cope with my mental health and as coming out and part of my mental health and adjustment disorder that I was diagnosed with back in 2020. So to be honest with you, we will get deep into the podcast. I'm going to tell you right now, we will get deep into the podcast and we will definitely get deep into what we're going to be doing. And we're going to definitely get deeper into that pilot series, right? And it will be aired, all right? Just to let you know, it will be aired on the community lifestyle channel. So the channel is gonna be on the other video that I just posted. The channel will be. Let me give it to you again, since you're gonna write this down. Y'all wanna write this down? Okay, write this down. So the community channel will be 33. If you have Fios Verizon 33, RNC 82, and Spectrum TV 34, and then it's lifestyle. Files 34, 35, 36, and 1993. If you got RNC, it's 82, 83, 84, 85. All right, and then if you have Spectrum, it's 34, 56, 34, 56, 67, and then 1993. All right. So my podcast will be on the Community Files channel. So that's gonna be 33. RNC 82 and Spectrum 34, and it will be aired between the hours of 9 o'clock at night to 9:30. So it's gonna be each episode, and then when we switch around the episodes, we're gonna be doing something different in each episode. And just to let you know, it's gonna be very, very interesting topics, and also you're gonna be taking notes in the podcast. So if you got a paper or a pen or notebook or anything, this podcast is a teaching podcast. How about that? Community teacher. How about a community teacher, right? So community teaching podcast, it will help you understand what mental health really is and how we could cope with it. I'm going to be honest with you. I love mental health because I suffered with it. I went through it. I got help for it. And how I accomplished it, it was a blessing for me. You feel me? But the episodes 2... I'm going to go back. Episode 2 tells you my story about how I struggle with mental health affects your career path and life choices that help me grow. Right? That helped me grow. grow into accomplishment professional entrepreneur. Who dreams about becoming a filmmaker that creates your professional success. And how is the professional success? It's about the stories that will inspire others. And how does it inspire others? By sharing your story for a person that's going through the same thing, you can relate to that person. Meaning that you can relate to that person's story. You can relate to that person's impact. You can relate to that person's feeling. And I could get that, because I could understand certain type of principles that you're going through. It's about leveling. You feel what I'm saying? So when you level, you have to understand the purposes of leveling your life. And I said, and balancing your life differently. Sometimes when you balance your life, it's about leveling yourself. So if I level myself differently, I understand the proposition of what I'm thinking and how I will overcome the thinking. Sometimes your thinking and your mindset will be different. But if you don't understand the difference between your mindset and your thinking, you're not gonna be able to get out there and say, listen, I'm gonna think clearly. But how I'm gonna think if I don't know how to see it differently? So it's like, all right, I could think something clearly, I could understand it, but you have to understand how you can make it work. You know what I'm saying? So that will be for the episode 1. All right. So episode 2. In this episode as well, I will discuss to some people who inspire me to grow into filmmaking and creating my new character of life goals, and inviting them to the studio to do the interview with me. Episode 2 will how do you describe yourself as a person who inspire you to grow into your life goals by learning how much you value yourself and others to achieve success in your career goals. What is mental health awareness, and answer the questions about mental health, and how does it impact your personal tries and type of personality traits that influence you to achieve success. And I like this word, achieve success, because when you achieve success, you grow. And that's what it is. Write this down. When you achieve success, you will grow in personality. Yeah, right? You want me to repeat that again? Do you want me to repeat that one more time? Oh, you want me to repeat it one more time? To achieve a goal, you have to success your personal traits. And success, your personal trait, is to divide yourself into your adjustment into your personal experience. And that's what it means, right? So episode 3, how do you balance mental health and your personal life experience or your work experience environment? On this topic, I will discuss how I came out as a heterosexual and how it defines my personality traits. How would it help people who struggles to express themselves in a positive way or form? How can we define ourselves in a community that struggles with mental illness? How can we react to social informality skills, and how do we create groups that could support each other and helping each other and other mental health, mentoring others? How do we define mental health in our own words and the struggle of it? Individual who need support from their peers and family. Episode 6, what advice would you give to others that struggles with mental health challenges? How do we stop them from moving forward? How can we stop it? How can we stop making them get frustrated? That's what I mean. How can you stop making them get frustrated and move forward? How does it affect them, and what decisions that they will make? What is your challenges making decisions? How will you describe mental illness challenges? How would you put yourself in a person's position and who is capable of making a decision on their own? On my podcast, I will discuss how I dealt with my mental illness, mental health issues, and what is your vision of economic development debate on mental health challenges that, as far as climate actions goes into making the right decision who you're voting for in November for President of the United States for 2024. And is politics a part of mental health? And how can we define politics in our community? Define politics and mental health. How to describe how a person's health affects your mental health. So sympathize with season 2. Season 2 will announce on Manhattan Networks, where we discuss mental health issues in our community, in our city council environment. Define checkbacks of how we plan to discuss these topics and what can we expect for the next chapter of this podcast. The milestone of this podcast. Mental health involves, write this down. What is, everybody asks me, what is mental health? Mental health involves emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It also helps determine how we handle stress related to others and making healthy choices. Mental health importance is at every stage of your life, from childhood to adulthood. What is the full meaning of mental health? Who defines mental health? Mental health is a state of mental well-being that embraces people to cope with stress life and realize ability to learn well, working well, and contribute to their community. What is your motivation on mental health well-being? And this is what we talk about for season 2 of the podcast. So where you can watch this: Community Files 33, RNC 82, Spectrum 34, 1995 Lifestyle, Focus Files 34, RNC 83, Spectrum 56, 1996 Spiritual is 35, RNC 84, and Spectrum. 1997 Cultural is Files 36, RNC 85, Spectrum 67. 1998 HD, Spectrum 1993. So, just to let you guys know, August 20th is will be my season. My episode season premieres on August 20th at 9 o'clock p.m. on channel 33, 82, and 34. So if you have Verizon Files, you could turn on to 33. If you have RNC cable, 82 Spectrum, 34. You could also, if you have Manhattan Neighborhood Networks on your YouTube, you could subscribe to it. And while it goes live, my program will be on YouTube live. If you have Manhattan Neighborhood Networks, you could also subscribe as well. So thank you guys for watching me, and I hope that this pilot series will help you and will also help you, guide you into how to deal with mental health, especially in your children and especially in your adult life, all right? So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. I will be posting this whole video on YouTube after I get myself together. So I'll be posting these videos, a long video on YouTube tonight. So don't hesitate to watch me and don't hesitate to support. All right, I will be on the podcast. I'll be discussing about Fight Fist production management and the products. I'll be getting you the website up and running by this year. We're hoping to push it by the end of the year so we can start getting the products out. All right, so keep a lookout for the website, and I hope that you enjoy the wonderful presence rainy day. I know it's gonna rain. I know it looks frustration, but you gotta keep the faith and keep the heart. You feel me? Keep the heart. That's why I tell people, keep the heart. All right. Have a good and prosperous night, and stay dry. Stay dry, 'cause I know it's wet. Stay dry.